Hey there guys, and welcome to another video. Long time since we made a video, but this is a goodie. The China shilling is back apparently, and maybe they have a new recruit here, right? Who's to say it's not possible that the one and only Bald and Bankrupt has been corrupt and paid by the shills, by China. Now, of course, he actually acts like he doesn't care. He's going to say, I started to notice a lot of negative comments. But he actually went onto his blog and made a huge post about it. So I'm going to assume that he probably cares a little bit more than he says he does. He acts like it's not a big deal. He doesn't care. But he actually makes a huge post, and we're going to talk about that here real quick. One of the things that I find really disheartening, unfortunate, is that he tries to take the tough route. He takes that route of, well, here's the thing, no one's offering me any money, but if they did, I would take it. And here's what he actually says. You can, I know I'm going to be scrolling around, so you can check out all the links yourself in your own free time. Because you won't be able to read it with me moving around, of course. But, he even has a post here about Winston, of course, Serpent Set A, and Laowai 86 Matt. And, here's the thing. He even mentions about how if China or any other nation wants to offer me money to make a video in their country, then reach out. I don't care who you are. Taliban, Afghanistan, African dictator, Central Asian nutcase autocrat. If you want me, come get me. However, I charge $250K, and I will say whatever I want in the video and have full editorial control. The only person I don't work for is, and excuse me, I know this is embarrassing, but this is of course the British Prime Minister, and that's a man. That's a terrible thing to say. Especially about your own country. You're going to compare your country's politicians to be worse than the Taliban or African dictators, and that type of thing. Whatever. But at the same time, what he is saying, of course, is that, I will do it. I'm definitely not above shilling. And here's the thing. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that he's probably already been paid. For one, of course, he made this post, okay? And in the beginning, all the shills have done this. They've all done this thing where they always try to deny it. But here's the main thing. You go to his channel, look at the content here. And again, I loved his channel. I've always watched his channel. Loved the content. I'm not going to say I'm going to stop watching his content, but I think that there is some obvious thing going on there. I met Africa's worst tribe. I visited Syria's most brutal prison, hell on earth. He talks about all these things where he goes to these countries and he's just showing you the hell, the worst part of the countries, Africa's most feared ghetto, and, the dodgiest hood in Pakistan. His channel has always been about showing you, the dodgiest, negative, most dangerous places. And then all of a sudden we get to a video about China. And it's very positive.
All fairy tales, you have to follow a magic. Give me a good rate, please,
here in the very beginning, he goes from...
I know when you go to China.
He goes from, because I don't want to overtalk him here in the video here, but he goes from Vietnam to Kunming. He talks about how he struggles to get Alipay going. And but China is just so technologically advanced because of their pay system where they don't have to use cash, even though we have Apple Pay here in the United States, and I haven't used cash in years at this point. But that's neither here nor there.
You can't just use money. There are many different.
And it just continues with the propaganda that is expected of China. The propaganda we see all the time from the shills. He, of course, is going to get on a train. And again, I know I'm skipping around here, but he, of course, is going to, get on a train here. And he's going to talk about how, wow, the trains are nicer than the ones in Europe. even though everybody knows, of course, that the designs from Chinese trains are actually stolen from European companies and Japanese companies. Of course, he's going to talk about how nice the train stations are. More typical propaganda that we see from Chinese outlets all the time. He actually, advertises a VPN in China, in his video. And he also makes that claim in, down here. He makes that claim, well, if I was really paid, why am I offering a VPN even though VPNs are illegal? As if all the shills aren't using VPNs, as if they all don't, try to debate the logic of if they're legal or not, even though they are illegal, of course.
So
I think it's fairly safe to say if you're making pro-China content, they'll let that whole VPN thing slide. But no, again, you can see here, it's just more of the same, more praising China, talking about how good China is, how wonderful China is. And then you're like, well, the content's changed. It's no longer about how horrible the place is. What else is there? Well, there's more. What about this right here? In the comment section, you'll notice a lot of the shills, but there's one in particular. Reporter Phi Media. For those of you that don't know, or maybe have never seen my videos before, one of my things on my channel has always been to debunk shills. For those that don't know, Reporter Phi Media is the ringleader, the circus act here of shills. Who is Reporter Phi Media? That's a great question. Reporter Phi Media. Okay. This guy goes around, pushes Chinese propaganda. He, of course, is living in China. He's also in the comment section. He's another pro-CCP shill here. Always pushing propaganda. But Reporter Phi Media. Again, who is this guy? As we go down the Google, the Google line of things here to look at. Oh, by the way, if you want to support the channel, Prime in China, help me get a fish tank. Yeah, I know, right? I Chongqing. Who is I Chongqing? Well, of course, it's a pro-China outlet, media in China, state-run media outlet that, of course, is controlled by none other than... Wait a minute. Isn't this the same... It's the same guy. Weird. Isn't that a strange thing that we have this Reporter Phi Media guy who's I Chongqing, who is Chinese state-run media? Isn't that kind of strange to think that he is also in the comment section of Bald and Bankrupt saying, "Well done, sir. Well done." It's almost like Reporter Phi knew that he was going to be making this video. It's almost like he might have helped him a little bit making it, huh? It's almost like he might have even, they're both in I Chongqing. They're both in Chongqing, apparently, or have attachment to Chongqing, obviously, in this way. It's almost like, he put him up to it. "Well done, sir," he says. What's the comment here, just for fun? A familiar face! Familiar shill. Thank you. So exactly, mentions that he would be willing to shill. Pro-CCP shills are posting all over his stuff. The I Chongqing, which we know for a fact is state-run media, and just look at Barrett and Jayo. All the shills literally follow this guy. Okay, follow me on X, Twitter, by the way, Prime in China. But yeah, we have a problem here. You have people, shills, known shills, that are posting on Bald and Bankrupt's channel. Bald and Bankrupt's content has essentially changed for China. He's all pro-China, and he's willing to, make that content for a certain amount of money, apparently. And we all know that I Chongqing has set up multiple payments because we have that evidence, too, of them admitting that they have been paid for their trips and things like that. So, yeah. So, Bald and Bankrupt. Apparently, he's a shill. At least for China in this case. Who knows what anything else is? He, of course, like I said, admits it. Says he would be willing to shill anyways. That's what it is. The evidence is there. You'd have to be a moron to believe anything different. Unfortunately, I have to come back and make a video like this about such a great YouTuber that is just, again, another sellout. So, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Again, check out my social media. Patreon if you want to help donate and help me get a fish tank. Why I need a fish tank, I don't know. Thank you so much, and have a good day.